Hey, today we're going to talk about a debt reduction, and I want to talk about two basic methods to reducing debt, eliminating debt. I should make a differentiation: eliminating all bad debt. Okay, in other words, debt that is not supporting an asset or is not producing cash flow. Okay, so credit card debt, vehicle, boats, personal, lines of credit, that kind of stuff. So there's two basic techniques, and the first one is the debt snowball. Okay, and that was kind of made popular by Dave Ramsey, who's fantastic. I don't agree with everything he says, but many years ago, I read his book, Total Money Makeover, and it changed the way I looked at finances, and it really helped me. So I'll put a link to that book. But his philosophy is basically the debt snowball works because it's psychologically favorable to people, and it helps build momentum. Okay, so here's how that works. Number one, you list out all your debts. You list out all the minimum payments on each. Okay, and it's you basically disregard the interest rate on each. Okay, and what you do is you pay all the minimum on those debts, except for the one with the smallest balance, and that's where your extra money towards debt goes. You eliminate that smallest balance, right? Creating momentum, getting a quick win, hopefully. And then you work on the next smallest balance debt. Okay, and then all of that goes towards that. You're still paying the minimums on the other ones, et cetera, et cetera. So that snowball builds and allows kind of that psychological hit with those quicker wins. Okay, so that's one method, debt snowball. Okay, however, if you do the math, that's actually, you're going to pay a little bit more interest, and it's going to ultimately take a little bit longer, theoretically. Okay, so even though psychologically it might be the best method for some people, mathematically it's not the best method, right? So this other method, there's two aspects of it. One is, if we take that same approach and we say, okay, let's list out all of our debts. Let's list out the minimum payments towards those debts, but let's also list out all the interest rates associated with those debts, and let's work on the highest interest rate debt first, right? So you pay the minimums on everything except for the one with the highest interest rate, even though it might be the largest balance. And you're working on that one first until you get rid of that one, and then you snowball that into the next highest interest rate. Okay, so that would be another method. Now, there's a second aspect to that method that I won't go into detail on this video, but maybe in future videos, and that is rolling that into some type of debt consolidation, whether that's rolling it into a HELOC or some type of debt consolidation loan, etc. Now, those can be tricky because they can be very effective, because you can roll all those high interest debts into a lower interest debt and then just start working on that one thing, right? That's good. However, for a lot of people, what happens is they do that, and they'll reduce all that debt into this debt reduction loan at low interest, but then they'll start slowly building up these other debts again, right? That's not a good strategy. Okay, so there you go. There's two different aspects to debt reduction, and I'm actually going to create or you can click on the link, and I've got a free download for you on kind of like a debt reduction worksheet that kind of shows both sides, and it might be helpful to you. And so check that out, and let me know if that's helpful for you. And if you have any questions, go ahead and ask them, and hit and smash that like button. All right, talk to you later.